Hi everyone! For today's video, I thought it would be fun to do another watercolor pencil landscape. All of the supplies that I'm using will be listed down in the description below, including the colors. Let me know down in the comments below if you like these sped up videos with voiceover, or if you would prefer to have the tutorials all in real time. I would really appreciate your feedback. Also, I've been thinking about doing some more live streams, either doing some swatches when I'm getting new products or trying new products, or even working on my art while we just chat. So let me know if you guys want to see that and what times would be good for you. But let's just get right back to today's video. So I'm starting with the yellow on the bottom, and then I'm going to transition into the orange. And I am overlapping the colors just slightly so that I do get a really nice transition. And then I'll be transitioning the orange into the fuchsia. And you'll notice I leave some open areas in the fuchsia, and that's because I'm going to come back in and layer some clouds in there. And I use the purple color to transition from the fuchsia into my ultramarine blue color. Now for this, you can use whatever colors you want. It doesn't have to be the ones I'm using, but just be mindful of the colors that you're using, that they will blend nicely together. So if you're using a warm red and a cool orange or a cool yellow, just be careful with that way. The colors themselves don't matter. You want to be more focused on, are they warm, are they cool, and are they going to blend nicely, or are they going to cause some muddy colors? Now I'm using mostly the purple and the blue to create the clouds here, but I will be taking a little bit of that fuchsia just to add in so that it still feels like it's in the sky. A little bit of that color would still show through those clouds. And again, I take that purple color because the clouds up where the blue area is a little bit darker, but I'm still adding a little bit of that blue color into the clouds themselves. These watercolor pencils lay down really well on this paper. This is the Etchr cold press sketchbook. I will have it down in the description below if you're curious. I was quite surprised how vibrant these colors came out with even just one layer. Now as I start to blend out these colors, I am going to dip my brush off on the paper towel first because I don't need a whole lot of water to blend these out, and I don't want to lose a lot of that vibrancy that I'll be getting. You'll see I'm going to start at the bottom in the yellow and work my way up into the orange, but once I hit the fuchsia, I'm going to blend out those two colors, the pinky red and the purple, separately because I don't want them to blend together right away. A nice thing with these pencils is once you blend them out, they sort of stain and stay on the paper very well. And you'll notice that as I come back to blend again, I can just smooth out the transition areas without losing where those colors are down on the paper. And that's a really nice benefit of these Albrecht Durer watercolor pencils from Faber Castell. And then I go ahead and just blend the top area nicely. And you'll notice I'm blending that a little bit streaky back and forth because I want to get those streaky clouds towards the top. And then you can see as I start to come back down and blend everything else out, the harsh edges that I've gotten where the pink and the purple clouds are, they just sort of soften out. I don't lose the edges there completely, but it just softens out nicely. Now I'm starting to draw my palm trees in, and I just freehanded these in because they don't have to be perfect. Palm trees aren't perfect, so it doesn't really matter. And I am using the dark sepia pencil here and the green pencil here, and I am going to add a little bit of black in as well. Now if you want to go on top and do more of a silhouette than have some colorful palm trees show through, you could absolutely do that, but I decided because these pencils are so opaque and they do show up really well that I could go ahead and have the brown and the green kind of show through and contrast with the sky in the background. Now I figured I'd do this first set of leaves with the palm tree in real time just so you can see exactly what I'm doing. And all I'm doing is where the curve of the palm tree lands, the bottom half of that, the leaves are going to be a little bit longer, and then the top half is still going to curve with that line, but they're going to be a little bit shorter. So towards the bottom, the leaves are going to be longer and they're going to curve down in a slight C curve. And at the top, they're still going to do that C curve, but they're just going to be a little bit shorter. And I am leaving a little bit of space in between the leaves because I'm going to go back through with the black and just add some touches here and there to make it a little bit darker and to help show some dimension when we blend through after. But we still want to let our sky show through our leaves here. Now, you could have chose to do one big palm tree in the middle, or you could do a few little ones like I did. It is totally up to you. So now that that's done, I'm just going to come through with my black pencil and I'm going to darken up the middle of each of the palm tree stems here, or trunks I guess. And I'm also going to go through and deepen up those first lines that I had put down where my palm tree leaves are going to go from. And I'm also going to do just a few little lines in between the leaves here and there just to show some contrast. Then here I'm just taking that same brush and I'm going to blend out the trunks first so that when I come back to blend out the leaves, the trunks will be dry and I won't have to worry about it bleeding into my leaves or anything like that. And again, I'm always dabbing my brush off onto that paper towel because I don't want it to blend out too much. I want to keep a lot of that color. Then once the trunks are done, I'm going to come back and blend out the leaves. And all I'm doing is sort of the same motion that I did with the pencil to get the leaves in there. So I'm going to follow where the curve of the leaf is. And then I'm going to do little flicking motions to blend out those leaves. And you're going to notice that because we use the green and the black, that you're going to start to see some areas are a little bit lighter and some areas are automatically a little bit darker because I didn't put the black covering all of the areas, which gives a nice dimension to our trees, but we didn't have to work too hard at it to get that. Now, if you want to go down to a smaller brush to blend out those leaves, because they are smaller areas, you go right ahead and do that. I just find with the silver black velvet brushes, they have such a nice point that I can get away with doing that even though I'm using a size 8 brush. Please give the video a like if you enjoyed it, and let me know down in the description below if you want to see more real-time sped up or even some live streams, because I will certainly do that if that's something you're willing to watch. Thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, I will see you in the next one.